All right, as always, make sure you guys interact. I love hearing you guys comment your opinions on these kids. I think I get more out of the channel when I hear from you guys. And all that to say, feel free to suggest anybody else you want me to watch. Probably not going to have enough time to get around to a whole lot of suggestions right now, but I'll definitely write the names down, and then when my time kind of frees up this summer, definitely start talking about it. So yeah, Keisean Henderson. If you guys know how to pronounce his name, I'm pretty sure phonetically it looks like it's Keisean Henderson. We're gonna be talking about this kid for a while. Definitely up till December, and then hopefully past that, and maybe eventually in the NFL. But yeah, 5-star. Houston is a 5-star commit right now. Definitely a whole lot that can change in the next 8 months. In this world, this NIL day and age, even before that, these kids' commitments are often very loose. Nothing wrong with that. Legacy, the Sports School of Science. Never heard of this school, but yeah, I'm excited to get started here. This kid's 6'3", 185. I put that on the graphic there in case y'all didn't see that. I'm going to try to keep these running from now on. I think that's the new formula for me, but I think this play deserves a pullback here. Oh, my Lord. I thought he was going to get tackled after this. So you talk about a lot of these high school quarterbacks being good athletes, and a lot of times that shows up in them running in a straight line. When you have a quarterback that is really a running back or a receiver, but can throw the ball. And what I mean by that is they're not just running a straight line, They can do stuff with the ball in their hand besides just run forward in a straight line. That's very exciting, I think. And just wanted to pull back on that one play there. So I think this is the best throw of this highlight tape we've seen so far. This is what a hitch and go almost. So this almost looks like this kid ran a scramble route. The receiver just ran a hitch and then ball wasn't out. So say you run the scramble drill, but that could have been a double move. I don't know. I'm trying to turn the mic off in between so y'all don't hear my breathing, but I definitely having a lot of fun watching this highlight tape. Like I said, kid's a great athlete, and that sometimes only shows up in a straight line. And talk about raw athleticism. A lot of these high school quarterbacks, you say, oh yeah, they're very good athletes, but they don't really know what to do with the ball in their hand. This kid, I don't want to call him a human joystick or whatever because I think that's kind of corny, but like I said, he's a real difference maker with the ball in his hand. Definitely, like, I always ask myself, watching these quarterbacks, like, is he athletic to the point where the other offensive or the other defensive coordinator is going to really have to spend a whole lot of time the week leading up to playing them, to counter that? And this kid, 100%. It's not a guy that, if you don't, he's not just going to make you pay just because he's kind of, definitely a guy that I think his athleticism is a difference maker. That's all I have to say about that, I think. And a pretty good arm to boot. I think he's working with something. I don't think it's like some of these other kids we've watched in this class yet. But we've also watched 3 very highly ranked prospects. If this kid was this athletic with the arm that they had, this would be a kid that we're talking about generational. But definitely electric with the ball in his hands. Like that he keeps his eyes downfield. A lot of kids with this kind of running ability, once the pocket collapses and their first read's not there, they're just trying to make things happen. I think he's looks like a pretty refined quarterback, to be completely honest, for a high school player, but I'm no quarterback coach. I try not to talk on the mechanics and all that, but when I am seeing him set his feet and drive the ball, I think it looks pretty good. This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about here, though. A lot of high school players, there's a lot of quarterbacks in high school that are great athletes that can make things happen on the ground. Maybe not to the level of this kid, but usually when you're around this area, you're not really keeping your eyes downfield. I know you watch 9 out of 10 quarterbacks, they're going to take this off when their first read's not here. They're going to take this. I mean, he's got a 5-yard gain at least, I think. So I'm definitely excited the way he keeps his eyes down the field. I think that's pretty mature for a kid that's a junior in high school in these videos here. So he's listed at 6'3", 185. I really do not buy the 6'3", to be completely honest, but he's definitely not small. I'd give him a 4 on the frame, just an above average grade. I'm going to go ahead and give him a 4 on the arm strength, also probably a bit higher, but that's just how I feel about it. I don't know. You guys tell me. I didn't think he was driving the ball down the field all that great. Definitely good enough, and yeah, very accurate. I think keeps his eyes down the field well. Easy 6 on the athleticism. I think we've given every quarterback a 6 on the athleticism in this class so far, but I think that's more of survivorship bias in the sense that we've watched like the top ranked prospects. This kid's the best athlete at quarterback that I've watched in a while. Definitely in this class so far, but we're only 4 names deep. And then a 5 in the pocket presence. So he's ranking lower than the Penn State commit, but I think this kid is number 3 behind Faison and Jared Curtis, but very, very good football player. You guys let me know what you guys think. Any other players you want me to watch? Thanks for watching.